On this spoTlighT, we're going to be showcasing the Nhandu chromatus, the Brazilian white striped bird eater. Mine has not been really featured in a while. If you've seen all my prior vids, you've been with me from the beginning when I had this one as a 1-inch sling, you know that she's always been an excavator, not really out in the open, really hard to film feeding. But when I do get her out in the open, she's awesome, beautiful tarantula to film. Just recently molted, so I want to show you guys her progress and an update on her since she hasn't been really featured in a long time. Let's hop right into this one, guys. This is Day or Night Exotics TV. I'm Dale tonight, and this spoTlighT, we're going to be showcasing the Nhandu chromatus. Enjoy. Alright, it's been well over 7 days. Let's go ahead and see if she'll take something. She's been very skittish here the past few days, so hopefully she'll take some. Whoa, there you go. She's been very, very skittish. That's why I got her a little bit away from the light. There we go. And again, she's always been skittish, so that's not a new development at all with her personality. She is a very, very reclusive tea, like I said before, and not really prone to wanting to be looked at out in the open too much unless she can unless she has a place to hide quickly, which is here. But if she can't always get in there, I mean, she will turn it on and she'll run around this thing like a racetrack, just going insane. So it's awesome that she's kind of sitting here out in the open for me. See if she'll take one more. There's a big girl here. These are just Mario worms. That one landed like in the water there. And I thought she actually got it, but she didn't. I thought she got that first one, she didn't, but she actually got the one that was in the water, which is awesome. See, the first one's right here. Definitely one of my favorite species. You never really get tired of looking at this animal, but they do actually get a bit ugly when they are near molting, and if you got a big enough specimen like this one, it might be a while before they molt, and they can have some really ugly coloration. I shouldn't say ugly, it just doesn't look anywhere near as good as this. Obviously it's not nearly as vibrant. Those blacks are not nearly as black, the whites aren't nearly as white, you know, the reds aren't nearly as red. It's just not as vibrant as it is, as you see here, when it starts to really get close to molting. I mean, but it's kind of hard to say how long they actually stay this coloration after molting. Mine really stays this coloration probably maybe around 3 to 4 months, maybe, and then she'll start to you can start seeing the legs are the first thing I'll notice that starts to brown up. And then the rest of it kind of goes along with that. And like I said, this is not the biggest of fastest growing species on the planet, even though they do get pretty big. And this is a pretty big female, but she's still got a ways to go. And still looking unbelievably gorgeous, especially when she molts. It's just amazing how cool she looks between each molt. I mean, she looks, every time she molts and puts on size, she just looks more and more impressive. And like I said, I never get tired of looking at this lady. That carapace is just amazing, and like I said, she doesn't look too much different than when she actually molted, versus how she looks now, completely hardened up. It's actually been quite over a week since she molted, and she was freaking out there a little bit right when I decided I wanted to film her, so it's good to be able to get her out and so you guys can actually see her all the way out in the open, because I was afraid she was going to hide somewhere. And once she gets in her hide, trying to get her out to feed is a nightmare, because she's either going to run or she's going to throw a threat posture and then not eat anyway, so that defeats the purpose of trying to film it. So she could be tricky, which is why you don't really see this tea in any of my videos often, especially the tarantula clouds. She could be hit and miss. For a while there, she was one of the stars of my tarantula clouds. If you've seen my tea clouds from the beginning, you'll know that she had some really, really sweet, awesome attacks when she was a juvenile. But as she's grown, she's more satisfied with like waiting it out and then just getting her food later versus grabbing it when I throw it in there. So this is cool that she actually was hungry enough to do what she just did on camera for you guys. Very happy to be able to share this with you, because this is new for me, for her to be out in the open. And out in the open, I mean out in the open feeding. She's always out. I see her every day, most of the day. But usually when she feeds, she takes her food into her hide, and I don't actually see her feeding. So this is actually a rare sight to see her feeding. She's a beautiful tarantula. I never really thought about getting another one. I would like to get some more Nhandu species first. I have the Carapenensis, but I would like to get the Colorado Velocis before I get another Nhandu chromatus. Mainly because the Nhandu chromatus is very inexpensive. You can find them anywhere. And I know if I want to get one, I can get a really good size one for pretty cheap. So it really hasn't hit me that I would like to have another one. And I've known she was a female pretty much the whole time I've had her. I mean, she was like maybe close to 2 inches when I got her, but I don't know what it was about her. I could just tell she was a female. I just kind of had a feeling from the start that her and my Formitimus cacertes and my Geniculata, which all got around the same time period, that they all were females, just based off of the growth rate. I kind of knew within a year that they were females, and I kind of backed off getting another of any of those species just because of that. But yeah, this is a tea that if you don't own, obviously this is a must own in the hobby. Hope you enjoyed this look at my Brazilian white striped bird eater. If you are new to Day or Night Exotics TV, hop over to my YouTube channel page and subscribe. Check out the playlist, and as well as just look at some of the other vids that I have. I'm all over the place when it comes to my vids. I showcase a little bit of everything. I'm always catching stuff and finding things, so it should be something. If you like animals, you'll find something on that page that should interest you. So hop over there if you haven't already subscribed. So I want to thank you guys who have subscribed already and been my supporters. Thank you again. Wouldn't do this without you guys, so take care, have a good one, be safe out there, guys and girls. I'll see you next time.